Hey everyone, I have to show you guys these really good gloves that I got from Walmart. Okay, so M Power Utility. They're like $15. Okay, I got two pairs. Now, when it comes to gloves, I usually wear size extra large. I don't have gigantic hands. I mean, glove sizes typically run up one size. Um, but I got these in size medium. Okay, so the reason is I wanted them tight fitting. I didn't want them loose at all. I want them to come like right up to the tips. And they're working great. Now yesterday the temperature was in the morning was like -7, and from most of the afternoon when I was shooting it was about 0 degrees. I think it might have warmed up to 5 degrees. Okay, so yesterday, and I was wearing the thermals, right? So I got thermal pants. You know, I've got layers here, right? So when it was that cold, like around 0 degrees, basically I could wear these for about 10 minutes, and then my fingers would basically start freezing up, and I had now once they freeze up, you pretty much got to get to a heat source, right? If I'm wearing the thicker gloves, I'm fine. So what I was doing yesterday is I was kind of going back and forth. I had like my thicker gloves that I was wearing for most of the time, and then when I wanted to shoot, I would put these on, right? Shoot for a few minutes, right? And then go back to the thicker gloves. Now today, it is 23 degrees, 22 degrees actually. I just checked it a minute ago. It's 22 degrees right now. So again, with the thermal, with all the layers I got on, I've been able to wear these gloves pretty much the whole day without my fingers freezing up. Okay, now yeah, they do get a little cold at the tips, but if I close my hand a little bit like this for a little bit, I'm fine. Like I don't feel my fingers freezing up. So these are working excellent, right? Excellent for like $15 Walmart gloves. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I don't know what the hell that says, but anyway, it's M Power Utility. Now, one of the tests for dexterity is can you basically open up your zipper and pee? Okay. Usually I can't do it with the thick gloves. With these gloves I can. All right. And one of the crazy things about the wintertime, I don't know what it is about the cold, but it seems like you gotta pee like every half hour or so. Maybe it's an age thing, right? I'm turning 53 next month. So maybe it's an age thing, I don't know, but that's one of the things I got to deal with in the wintertime. It seems like I got to constantly be peeing. And with these gloves, I can actually do it. I don't have to take the gloves off. So they're working really good for me for freaking $15 gloves that you get at Walmart, okay? So they do have a couple of different ones. These are the ones to get. And it works good with, you know, even with a pistol coming out, getting on target, getting back in the holster. Okay, so again, if you got layers like I have right now, even in 22 degrees, I can get in and out of the holster. Right, get on target, get back in the holster, come back out. That's working pretty good. So in case you're new to the channel, the draw stroke is basically the left hand has to be someplace on your body. It could be pulling up your jacket, you know, creating access, but you got to know where this hand is, right? You can't be floating around out there somewhere where you're going to end up shooting it. And this builds up into other things. So for example, in the grappling type of scenario, basically one hand's high while the other hand's low, okay? So if I'm being attacked here, okay, that's my shooting position, right? I'm grappling up here. I'm using my body to aim the gun, okay? The other way that can work out is, again, if somebody's, let's say, going for the gun, one hand's high while the other hand, one hand's low while the other hand comes up high, okay? So you can have one hand low, one hand high. They're never going to both be on the same plane, right? You're never going to have both hands. So it's either like this, or if you're going to a draw, right? Basically, you keep your hand flat. The hand, do a pull, rotate, join, extend, right? Take your shot. You come back, hand goes on the body. You got to know where that hand is. That's one of the things that has to be drilled. You know, it's got to be drilled in. Okay. So anyway, main thing is I want to tell you guys about these gloves. It's like 22 degrees right now, and with the multiple layers that I got, these are working fine. Now, if you're not wearing multiple layers, right? If you don't have, especially if you don't have thermal pants, yeah, your fingers are gonna freeze up. I mean, these are fairly thin gloves. Okay. These guns, they're all cold stored. Okay, so even though they're stored in a safe that's indoors, it is not heated. So the same temperature that's outside is the same temperature that's inside. A lot of times it's actually colder inside because at night temperature drops to like sometimes -10, and that basically gets into the safe. So in the morning, it'll warm up to like 22 degrees, but in the safe, it's like acting like a refrigerator. The safe's still like -10 degrees, you know? And what happens a lot of times, I'll bring the guns out and they'll fog up. The glasses will fog up because they're coming from the cold safe that's like -10 degrees out into the warmer, 22 degrees, and they'll fog up. And I did a separate video comparing the EOTechs to the Holosun 510Cs. The Holosuns are actually doing better, right, for me, because the EOTechs got glass in the front, glass in the back. There's air in between, and that air is still like -10 degrees from being in a safe. So when it comes outside, it immediately fogs up, and it stays fogged up. Whereas the Holosun single piece of glass, it doesn't stay fogged up as long. So same thing with my pistol here, right? I got the Holosun 507, right? That's a single glass. Right? That's a single plane of glass right there, right? So it basically the temperature of the glass matches the temperature of the air pretty quickly, you know. Now here it's under my jacket, but there's still air that. So basically there isn't this massive difference. Okay. So a couple of things for you guys to think about as far as winter shooting. And yeah, these gloves. Get these gloves, man. They're really good. Just get them at Walmart. They're $15. Go there, try them out. Get them 2 sizes smaller. Like I normally wear a size extra large for gloves. I got these in medium, right? Nice and tight. And like I said, I can, anytime I got pee, no problem with these, right? So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Drop some comments. Hey, the other thing I wanted to add is that the gloves work pretty good with my cell phone. I'm able to, whatever this material is, I'm able to quickly scan through my phone, and it's actually among the best I've ever seen, because I have had other gloves that are supposed to work with a touchscreen. They don't work that well. These are actually working really good, and it's on all the fingers.